And now, a science experiment with Dr. Theodore Stantz.
Hello all out there, everyone, and welcome to Science with Dr. Theodore Stantz. I'm Dr. Stantz, and today, in the spirit of Halloween, we're going to do an experiment with candy. With the classic candy known as Pop Rocks. Now, for those of you who have watched the hit television series Mythbusters on the Discovery Channel, or been on YouTube, you may or may not have heard the myth that if you ingest a large amount of both Pop Rocks and soda, your stomach will explode. That is actually not the case, and I will tell you why. One of the main ingredients in both Pop Rocks and soda is carbon dioxide. Well, in the process of making Pop Rocks, when it is superheated, carbon dioxide is injected into the candy, so that when you bite down on it, the carbon dioxide is released, and that's what gives you the fizzy and tingling sensation. What we're going to do is we're going to show you three things. One, we're going to use a balloon and a bottle of soda and some Pop Rocks to demonstrate what happens to your stomach when you mix Pop Rocks and soda together. The second thing we're going to show you is what happens when you just simply dump a huge amount of Pop Rocks into a bottle of soda. The third thing is I'm going to put some Pop Rocks in my mouth, then have a big swig of soda, and you're going to see what happens with that. It's all pretty much the same thing. It's all going to fizz up, but it looks different coming from different things. With the balloon, it will inflate the balloon. With just dumping it straight into the bottle, it'll fizz up. With it in my mouth, it'll do the same thing, except it'll squirt out like a fountain. So we're gonna take you now to the first part of the experiment, dropping the Pop Rocks into this bottle straight up, no balloon. Alright, what we're gonna do first is what in science we call the control test. I'm going to take this packet of strawberry flavored Pop Rocks and pour it directly into this bottle of Pib Extra. Kids, if you're going to do this, I'd suggest wearing clothes you don't mind getting wet. And sticky, for that matter. Mommy. See, different brands of soda work differently. About as much as I can get. This is gonna get messy. Pull the camera back. Ta-da! Mini soda geyser. I'm gonna use my shirt sleeve this time and see if I can get a bigger spout. Mother. Yeah. I seriously recommend doing this in clothes you don't mind getting covered in soda. Yeah. Alright, now comes the fun part of the experiment. What Vance is going to do now is he's going to take the mouth of the balloon, which is this part that you normally would blow into, and attach it to the mouth of the bottle as best as he can. And then I'm going to take this end that's got the Pop Rocks in it and stand it up so that the Pop Rocks will pour directly into the bottle. And you're basically going to see what happens when you ingest Pop Rocks and soda at the same time. The balloon is meant to represent your stomach. Alright, now what we're gonna do is Vance is gonna take the part with the Pop Rocks and hold it directly over the bottle, and hopefully the Pop Rocks will fall directly into the soda, and you'll see what happens with the gases in your stomach when you ingest Pop Rocks and cola. Which, for all you parents out there watching, it is completely safe. It'll just make you gassy for a little while. That's basically it. Cross your fingers, kids! Different brands of soda work differently. Alright, let go of the balloon. It might take a few minutes to simulate the digestion. Also, I think Pop Rocks are still falling in there. No, but you can see it start to fizz up a bit. I'm going to do something incredibly crazy. I'm going to do this. Is it working better?
From what I can see, yeah.
Alright, so every few seconds I'll shake it and the balloon will continue to get bigger and bigger. Whee! It's working! Alright, what's happening now is it's not inflating as big as we'd like it to because there's a small hole in the balloon, but when I do this, it completely cuts off the circuit of the leak, and I can do this. I'm going to pull this back, and we will check back on this in a few minutes. Alright, this is what's left over from the balloon experiment. This is a smaller, this actually experiment, kids, a little tip. If you're going to do this for science class or for the science fair, I strongly recommend using regular Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Now, in addition to ingesting it from the individual containers, I'm going to take it straight out of the balloon. Mommy. Strawberry flavored Diet Cola. Yummy. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some Pop Rocks in my mouth, and I'm going to drink some soda, and Vance might want to take about 5 steps backward. So I'm not sure how far this is going to spew. God. Woo, busy. Tingly. Bet. Alright, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you have any comments about the video or future suggestions for future science experiments that we could do here, please comment in the section below. Hit the subscribe button, and we look forward to seeing you again in our many different YouTube adventures. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Or night, depending on where you're from.